I wish someone would have told me that the traumas, the triggers, the wounds from your childhood that you've been through doesn't really go away. You just get better at knowing how to respond to those things when they come up. The other day, my mom, my brother, and I were sitting down, and I'm in Turkey right now, so we're on a trip with my family, very quick trip. And as we're sitting down talking about going to the mall and buying a few things, and my mom goes, yeah, we should definitely buy your brother's cousins a couple of things, your cousins a couple of things, because, they're around the same age as him, and if we don't take anything, they're gonna look at him come empty-handed, and it's not gonna look good, da 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 da. And now, I love my mom to death, right? But I know that she comes from the same background of always carrying responsibilities that was never hers to begin with. So when I heard this, I got triggered because it reminded me of the fact that when I was a kid, I remember recording all of this stuff in my head. That my mom would buy stuff when we would go on a trip, and then when we would come back, she would give it to my cousins and say that, oh yeah, look, like Donya got you these things, da 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 da. As soon as I got triggered, I go, okay, Donya, the moment of truth. You have put in a lot of work. Keep your calm. So I didn't say anything in that moment, right? Because it was heated, and I didn't even realize this was a thing until it came up. And now, keep in mind, my brother's 9, right? Later on, I go and I do a little bit of breath work. I do a little bit of tapping so I can cool myself down, okay? By the way, I can't believe I'm recording in public right now. Like, it feels so weird. I haven't done this in forever, but I don't really give a damn because I think the real Donya is back. That's what's going on. The not alter, but the real identity that I know I am. There's this. I keep looking at my watch, by the way, because I want to make sure that I'm in the frame and it's recording, because before it got heated. Anyways, going back to the story. So I kind of kept myself cool, whatever. I did some tapping, breath work, and I came back to my mom later that day. And I told her, Mom, I know that you don't mean it, but by what you said while Yazdan was there, you already put a lot of responsibilities on his shoulder without even knowing, because I remember when I moved out of the country and I moved to Canada. I'm Iranian, by the way. Every time I wanted to come back to visit, I always had this guilt, shame, and this weird feeling that I'm not able to deliver what I'm supposed to be loved and cared for, and to be known as a good, important girl that I wanted to be for them. And every time I wanted to come back, I thought that I had this responsibility to buy my cousins gifts, or they're going to think that they're not important to me, and what if they're not going to love me the same, and all those kind of things. So I told my mom the same thing. I said, Mom, this is what I had to go through because of hearing you say this stuff when I was a kid. And I know that you don't know that this is what you're doing. And obviously, I have no, literally no anger, no, I guess, yeah, resentment towards my mom and my dad, because I know they did the best they knew how to do. But that put me through a lot of pain in different areas of my life that made me feel like I had to always perform to be loved. I had to always do things to be loved, that it was conditional. And if I wasn't to stay inside of those lines of the box, that I wouldn't be loved, I wouldn't be cared for, I wouldn't be important, I would be useless. So basically, when I told my mom that, she realized, obviously, I know that these kind of topics are a bit heavy for her as well, because she thinks that she hasn't done what she wanted to for me, and she wants to make sure that she does the best for my brother. When you have a certain identity and story that you operate from, that's always going to be the case from one generation to another. And I'm so happy, I was so proud of myself for the fact that I didn't react. There was moments that I got triggered. There was moments where I was overwhelmed and had a bit of anxiety. And then I went out, I would calm myself down, and I would come back smiling, happy. And I would talk to my mom about these things, but there's certain things that you just know. Not to say that your parents can't comprehend or that they won't get it, but they're from a different generations. They haven't studied the same things as me, so I can't expect them to understand things the same way. But at least I can do my best to make sure that I express how I felt, what I've gone through, what I worked through. But I don't blame, and I made sure that when I was having that chat with her, that she didn't feel like that. I just wanted to make it clear that you don't have these responsibilities for them. You don't owe them gifts every time you go on vacation. Buy yourself stuff. And So does my brother. He doesn't owe them anything either. If we do it, it's out of love and care that we have for them, but it's not a responsibility. I brought this up because I know there's moments in your life where you go through the same similar triggers. And it's very easy to say, yeah, I'm in a healing journey, and get trapped in that forever and think that the way you get triggered is gonna go away one day. So you shouldn't be in those situations just so you don't get triggered. But no, you're just running away from the triggers. How you learn to equip yourself with tools that helps you to respond better to those triggers is the key point in this journey. So please don't get so trapped in, oh, I'm in the healing era and I'm journaling about it and I want to talk about it a million times. Like, I love you. Okay. I care for you. I've been there. I got stuck in that journey for a while and it's not fun. And it looks like you're improving, but you're not. You're just running away from things that could potentially help you actually improve. So when I had that moment yesterday, like, I was so proud of myself. I was like, yes, the work that I've done works. I didn't wait for my mom to make me feel better. I didn't wait for anyone to make me feel better. I made myself feel better. That is important. And listen to this for a second. This whole journey of life, the whole point of it is for you to figure out who you are. All of our missions are the same in this life. All of our purposes is the same. In what aspect? In the aspect that we have came to this world to figure out who we truly are. That's our purpose. Okay? How we figure out and express that, how we figure out on how to do that could be different methods. Some people do it through art, some people do it through coaching, some people do it through being a doctor, some people do it through being an engineer. Our ways of doing and expressing our purpose might be different, but our purpose is the same. And the moment you realize that, it will be life-changing for you. You won't look at life the same way. Look at it through this lens of, okay, I'm experiencing a contrast of what I don't want, which is what happened to me in that moment. I didn't want to be triggered, right? Who likes to be triggered? No one. But I looked at it and I said, okay, what is this trying to teach me? And I realized that it was a part of me that had created this guilt and shame in me because of this. And I got an opportunity to learn this about myself, realize it, work through it, and give myself that inner soul part of me the benefit of the doubt that, hey, you did good with what you knew, but now you know that's not your responsibility to make sure everyone else is good and ignore and neglect yourself. So I love you. I just wanted to put this out there. It was a real lifetime experience, and I thought by sharing it, it might help some of you. And if you've gone through the same things, I want to tell you that if you're in a low bottom part of your life right now, that life does get better. There will be moments, even when it's getting better, there will be moments where it looks like it's not, but it is. Because it might not be something you're experiencing. It might not be something you like to be experiencing, but it's definitely necessary for you to become that level up version of yourself, that next identity that is going to take you through everything you want to achieve in life. So, I love you. It's Donya here, and I'm out.